Okay, so today we are making Cowboy Caviar, and this is our first time doing it on the internet.
Yes.
Yeah.
So thank you for joining us. My name is Dr. Abbott, and I'm here with my son, whose name is Revin. And today we're going to show you how easy it is and how quick it is to make Cowboy Caviar, particularly because I only have 19 possible minutes for recording. So we're going to go through everything. And a little bit of time was taken away from prep just because I've already pre-washed the veggies. So first we'll go ingredients. So for our fresh things, we're going to have tomatoes. We love Flavor Bomb tomatoes. They're a little bit more expensive than regular cherry tomatoes, but it's worth it. Already washed cilantro, 4 cucumbers. We like mozzarella pearls, so we're going to put that in.
Yeah, but
Hold on. For the sauce, we've got red wine vinegar, olive oil, and we'll be using some of these bell peppers in both the salad and the sauce. Also have Kalamata olives, which are delicious.
Yep, and for a special occasion, we have artichoke hearts.
Yes. So we've got corn. Sometimes I like to add another can of corn, but I'm trying to meal prep for 1 full week of meals, and so this works out really nicely for that. We've got pinto beans, kidney beans, black beans, chickpeas or garbanzo beans, corn, and I'm going to cut up those artichoke hearts a little bit more finely.
Yeah,
And then as far as the tools that we're going to use, we do need a colander to wash out those beans. I like a big tamale, what is this even called? Pot. So that way everything can get mixed in really nicely. I also forgot to add that sometimes I'll add in frozen edamame, and that kind of thaws. And then as far as items go, we need a veggie peeler if you don't want the skins on your cucumbers, a knife to cut everything up, a fork to whisk, and then I really like these meal prep containers, and I'll show you why in a little bit. So, to get started, just going to start by peeling our cucumbers.
yeah, and the edamame beans are also a special occasion.
Yeah. And what's really nice about this recipe, there's a lot of things that are nice about this recipe. One, there's no cooking involved, so it really can be put together in a very short amount of time. It's tasty, which is important when you're cooking for your family and for yourself. Highly nutritious. There's a lot of fiber from the cucumbers, from the edamame, from the beans. Also high protein from those beans and edamame. And then it's also relatively inexpensive. I think that getting everything started, let's say that you don't have any olive oil in your home, everything together is going to be about $70, which works out to about $10 a meal. However, the olive oil you're going to get multiple uses out of. That'll probably get you through enough Cowboy Caviar for the whole year if you make it every single week like I do. And then the bell peppers, the pepperoncinis, the Kalamata olives, the red wine vinegar, those will last for 2 to 4 uses depending on how heavily you want to incorporate those ingredients. I really like the Kalamata olives, so a whole jar might last me only half a month, but the pepperoncinis and the red wine vinegar typically last me about a whole month.
Okay, so I like olives very much. I like black olives. And those green olives with the little pepper thing in it. And
The palmetto olives.
yeah. And I also like it sliced through Kalamata
What do you think about Cowboy Caviar? You've had it a lot this last year.
It's pretty good. And
Are you sick of it yet?
no, not anymore.
But you did get sick of it for a little while?
Yeah, for a little bit.
Another thing that's really nice about this is this takes care of my lunches. I know exactly how many calories I'm getting every single lunch because I know how much is going into my this is called Cowboy Caviar every week.
Yeah.
And then I just divide that by 6 or 7 depending on how many pints it turns into. Typically it works out to 7, but sometimes I forget an ingredient when I'm going to the store. But what I really like about these ratios is you get a little bit of everything in every bite, and then it almost perfectly works out to where you're fed 7 days a week without having to do any more thought or purchases into it.
You know, once my mom turns out how to do the beans, I am going to every time he isn't here, I am going to take over on some books that are pretty good. If you like adventure, they're really good. If you like dinosaurs, then that's even better. And if you like micro-sized dinosaurs and adventure, then you are bound to read it. Well, you might not be bound, but you should read it. So
What do you want to be when you grow up, Robin?
a paleontologist. That's why I like dinosaurs so much. My favorite dinosaur is the T-Rex. My second favorite dinosaur is the Spinosaurus. A little thing that me and Mom watched changed my mind about not liking the Spinosaurus. So
You didn't like the Spinosaurus before we watched that documentary?
yeah,
Wow.
I like the T-Rex better.
Well, I understand that T-Rex was your favorite, but you're telling me you didn't like Spinosaurus at all?
Not really.
This is rocking my world. Spinosaurus is so cool.
Yeah, he is. The only thing I liked about the Spinosaurus before we watched that video, the only thing I liked about it, I thought it was fascinating. It's a sail, so I liked the sail only about it.
Okay. But now you like that it's very special because there's only so many.
Yeah. You like the Spinosaurus because of his Abraham too.
Yeah, so for those of you that aren't up on paleontology, we watched a documentary called Bigger Than T-Rex,
Yep.
where a famous paleontologist who's famous for this discovery
Yep.
went and discovered remains of the last known Spinosaurus.
And that's really special because in World War II, all the Spinosaurus fossils got destroyed.
Yeah. So there's only one Spinosaurus fossil that is mostly articulated now, and they had that discovery because of Nazir Abraham.
Yeah. Wait, it's not pronounced Nazir. It's pronounced Nazir. I think that's right. Yeah. Nizar.
Okay, my mistake. We'll get it right when we meet him.
Well, we might meet him. But like, he might still be looking for Spicesaurus fossils in the Sahara Desert.
Alright.
And Nizar Ibrahim is so famous that there was that documentary, and so he was in 2 books. He saw, like, he is that famous. Oh, he also had his own audio Tony about it. So like, there was T-Rex, but like, not much about Spicesaurus, I think. No, there wasn't really anything about Spicesaurus, actually. Wait, there wasn't anything he mentioned about it. So like, he was with a kid on the Tony. Now, I was definitely not on the Tony, but like this kid.
Alright, pause, buddy. Moving on to the next thing. So, the most time-consuming part of this recipe is the cucumbers. And the reason that the tomatoes are not the most time-consuming part, let me see if I can get this to where you can see what I'm doing. Tomatoes are not the most time-consuming part because I use these lids from the pint containers, and I can sandwich the tomatoes between the 2 lids and cut each of them in half pretty quickly. Whoop.
Whoop. Ah, tomato on a run. Yeah.
Okay, so sandwich with these parts. Make sure to cut away from yourself in case you reach anything sticky and it jerks. You don't cut yourself. All right.
Yep, and we sliced all those tomatoes, and like we're doing the next part. I got carried away with Nizar because I want to be a paleontologist. Oh, I also will have my own hoodie.
Okay, and then Revan, I'm gonna ask for you to whisk together the olive oil, red wine vinegar, and banana pepper juice.
Okay.
For the sake of getting this done within the 19 minutes. It looks like we've got 6 minutes left to go. Think we can make it?
Maybe. I don't know.
I think we can, because all I have to do is rinse out the beans and chop up. Okay, so the tomatoes are done, nice and quick. Dump edamame in. All right, and then to save on dishes, which is important to me, I'm not going to measure this. I'm just going to add some red wine vinegar.
I like red wine vinegar.
That seems like enough. If you absolutely need to measure, I would say do maybe a half cup of olive oil and a 1/4 cup of the red wine vinegar. But most of this is going to fall to the bottom anyway, and is not going to be part of what you actually eat. Oops, bell pepper fell in. All right, go ahead and mix that up in front of the camera. I'm going to take the beans and open them.
Okay, but
Go ahead and start mixing, and then tell them about my cursor.
okay, so just gonna mix this up. Why is it so close? have 2 books in the series of microsaurs. This is the Stampede. We bought it. Book 4. Now this is book 1. We borrowed it. And book 2 is about who the raptor attacks. And book 3, well, not exactly that raptor attacks. It's the raptors trying to attack Danny, who is a boy from Microsaurus, and Lynn, who is a girl from Microsaurus. And okay, I think that's mixed up enough. Yep, I think so. Anyways, like, this is followed at Tiny Dactyl. Now, here's what Microsaurs are about. They're about well, I think they're teens, but like maybe they're teen kids. Anyways, so it's about them and micro-sized dinos. So there's Zip Zap, Bruno 2, whose nickname is Huey. And in book 4, there's Cha-Cha, who is Lynn's baby sister. And so, like, there's and Teddy Dactyl. It talks about their adventures. They reach more extreme and extreme every new year. And in this new year part, they have gone to the Ramposaurus. And it's gonna get more extreme every day.
All right, let me take back over, buddy.
Ah!
Whoa. All right, so beans are in. Now we're breaking up mozzarella pearls. We've got 2 minutes left to go.
Ah! Oh no.
Can you get off of me?
I'm sorry.
And I didn't chop the cilantro yet. That should be pretty self-explanatory. And this is really just coming together very quickly. So in summary, nice and inexpensive, relatively quick to put together, 30 minutes to meal prep for the entire week. Super nutritious, very delicious, kid-friendly. What else? What else is awesome about this recipe?
You can make it you can make it by yourself, and instead of mozzarella pearls, you can put feta in.
Oh, that's actually a really good point. This is very customizable to your personal taste and your dietary needs. So, for example, my daughter is lactose intolerant. So when we're making this with her in mind, we swap out for feta because it's lactose free. But you could just eliminate the cheese. You can, if you don't like cilantro, you can swap it out for parsley. If you don't like artichoke hearts or a certain type of bean, you don't have to add it. If you're not a huge fan of cucumbers, you can just up the beans and decrease the cucumbers. Very, very versatile. Yeah. And I don't know, I just really appreciate that I can meal prep, know how many calories I'm getting in and out.